Thank you for buying this 10173 showcase from Fixture Displays. These are all the components. In this video, we're going to show you step-by-step instructions how to put it together. You have 3 glass panels. They are top, shelf, and front panels. Then you have a number of wood panels. These are parts for the base. And then you have metal parts, the wire holders, brackets, and door slides, along with a hardware bag, charger, and more panels and channels. We're going to show you in more detail as we assemble. Then you have door panels and end panels. If you have any questions after watching this video, be it product related or service related, feel free to email us cs, that's Charlie Sam, at fixturedisplays.com. You want to insert the cams first into all these type of holes and make sure the arrow faces out. At times you may need to turn that slightly for a better fit with the bolts. And you want to make sure before you fasten the cams, there's no gap between the panels. These are the bolts or dowel pins. You want to install them all in all locations. That eventually will save you time. If you have a light duty power drill, you can use that to save some time. Remember, do not over tighten. All you want to do is to have the threads disappear, but not the whole thing disappear. This is the divider or connector between the two base panels. You want to insert the dowel pins into the edge hole. Then you turn lightly clockwise to lock. Do not over tighten. This is made from a zinc alloy. If you tighten too strongly, it will break. So just keep them snug, and that will give you enough strength to withstand daily use. Now we have the toe kick or base assembled. We're going to join that to the deck piece. You want to take your time to make sure everything lines up properly. Once again, there should be no gap between two boards before you turn the cams to lock. If there is some gap, you want to use a screwdriver to adjust the cam's depth so that there is no gap. Now we're going to flip it and start to install more dowel pins onto this platform. And then this is the front wood panel and the divider or connector. I'm going to fasten the connection piece to the large front panel. It is also a divider piece. Then we're going to drop that to the deck piece. Again, we're going to fasten the cams, lock this in place. In addition to this 72-inch version, we also have 48-inch version. Now we're going to pick up this panel and fasten all the dowel pins. flip that. And cover the middle section. I'm going to fasten the cams. Now we're going to install the sliding tracks. We're going to use the wood screw, self-tapping screw, to fasten. The holes are pre-drilled. Now we're going to install the wire channels, the two parts, remove them and fasten to the side panel. This is the lower portion, and the other piece is the upper portion. We're now going to put all the dowel pins on the side panels. As you install the dowel pins, it's important you keep them straight up. If there's anything you started crooked, you want to stop and adjust to make sure they are straight. If they are straight, it's going to be extremely easy to fit into the hole positions. Now we're going to fasten the cams. There are certain cams below the back or at the toe kick level would be hard to get at this angle. Later, we're going to flip that unit to allow you to fasten. You can certainly tip the unit now to fasten, but we want to have the side panel in place and then do that. Once the front glass is slided in, we're going to install the silicone protection strip, and then we're going to set the LED strip on. The LED light strips would face inward. And we're going to close the other side up. At this point, the display case is 60% done. We're just going to need to tidy up a few more details. At this time, the wiring is also in the channel. So after we flip them, we're going to fasten the cams below the toe kick and then raise this up again and fasten the channel on both ends. I'm going to close the wire channel cover. They snap in right in place. Take your time to make sure the wires are tucked in properly. And these are the uprights for the shelf brackets. I'm going to use 2 screws to fasten on both sides. Make sure they face the correct orientation so that the hooks can go onto the slots. In other words, the slot would face the consumer. Before installing the brackets, we recommend, this is not required, but definitely nice to have. I'm going to use the suction cups to protect your glass for a better fit. The suction cups should face up. And you want to count the number of slots so that when you insert the brackets, they are even or flush horizontally. Simply snap in, and once you put on the shelf, the unit shall be fairly sturdy. We're going to connect the other metal piece on the teller's end, or shopkeeper's end. There's one screw on each side. And we're going to fasten the panels or the uprights to this horizontal channel as well. Now we have the glass shelf dropped in. We're going to slide the glass right in here. I'm going to put a little screw toward the end so the glass wouldn't slide out. Just a safety precaution. Now we're ready for the door panel. The underside of the door panel are rotted to fit the thickness of the glide. We're going to slide this glide piece onto the bottom of the door panel. Make sure they're evenly done. Repeat the same for the other door panel. Panel without the lock should go to the left. You would lift it up, insert into the upper channel to make space at the bottom, and then drop it on the bottom to the inner track. And then this right hand side should work on the outside tracks. And put a doorknob right here. You could, and you probably should, install that before we hung the door up. Just make it easier. And there is a little guard piece for the wiring. Put a screw on to keep the wiring organized. For the screw holes, we supplied these dots you can cover. And this is it. This is 72 inches. And again, we also have a 48-inch version. I encourage you to browse fixturedisplays.com for other products and services we have to offer. We now plug in and turn on the lights. It's a beautiful showcase. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, like us, subscribe, and feel free to share this with your social network and friends and collectors. Thank you so much.